In today's clip, I want to rant about why I'm only going to choose states that doesn't snow to live in from now on. I know this is a first world problem, but still, gotta spell it out. Heyo, Zenpak here. Another day making decisions based on a reality of my own creation. So if you're here for one reason or another, comment, like, and subscribe, because you also want to dictate the reality that you conform to. Yeah, so I am a bit of a nomad, okay, having lived in 2 countries and 4 different states in this good old US of A. And I have to say, I'm never going back to states that snow. Caveat first though, when I say I like states where it doesn't snow, I don't mean historically that it has never ever snowed, okay? More just that it rarely snows. A good marker of this is that if local schools close at any hint of snow, if that happens, I know I'm in the right place. So here's a bunch of reasons, besides simply that I like it hot, which I do. So reason number 1, I've met people who were born and raised in a lucky state like California who tells me that they want snow. They actually want to chase winter weather. This is just silly, okay? I mean, honestly, whenever people tell me that, I feel like what they mean is that they like the winter as seen in the movies, right? Real winter and the snow that comes with it means digging your car out in a short time frame after the snow stops falling, but before the whole car freezes into an ice block, all right? So if you ever had to do that, you wouldn't miss it one bit, okay? Especially if it, let's say, it's still snowing during the day and it stops in the middle of the night. So by the time that you wake up, that thing is already done, okay? Or the horrors of driving on ice roads after snow. Sure, cars are fancier now and you can get snow tires and all that. But seriously, unless you live in like Fargo or somewhere where it's cold most of the year, most people that I know are simply not diligent enough to be changing tires every 2 quarters. Reason number 2, okay, unless the state we're talking about is Florida, most states that are in the Sun Belt or California, as an example, actually do occasionally, very occasionally, get a hint of snow. I think that's totally fine, okay? We actually just had some snow a few days ago in Texas, and it was as beautiful as it appears in a movie. Here's the difference though, because the average temperature where I am is in the 50s in a month like January, all the maybe an inch or 2 of accumulation of snow that fell on the ground melted by itself the next day. Amazing. Okay, so in states like these, I get to witness the beauty of winter weather without having to actually deal with it. Yeah, plus because it so rarely snows, which I would say it probably gets a little drizzle or a real downfall maybe only once every 3 to 5 years, that makes it actually feel special again. Yay. Okay, reason number 3. Very personal reason, I've never cared for winter sports. This is subjective, obviously. If you love winter sports, maybe those snowy mountain states are the way to go. But I've always thought that winter sports are as at least somewhat bougie, because just to start, you need a lot of equipment, right? I mean, hey, maybe it's just because I was a poor kid growing up, so I've never developed a taste for rolling down the snowy peaks in my snowman-esque jacket. Oh well, don't know it, won't miss it. You guys out there that want to risk running into a tree for sport, go for it, have fun, I'll be at the bar. Reason number 4. Now, I don't want to make it sound like I don't appreciate the separation of seasons at all, okay? But in this day and age, I think it's much easier to simply go chase that different view, but have your home base reflect the season that you love, okay? So mine's summer, and therefore I'm aiming for hotter places. If you love winter for some bizarre reason and all the snow plowing that it involves, then by all means pick those states, okay? But I will offer an observation that seems to me really drives in the point, which seasons we human beings generally prefer, okay? People from cold places like Scandinavia or Russia are often seen as cold and distant, whereas people from near the equator are generally seen as more friendly and just nicer. I mean, hey, this position isn't everything, okay? There's been studies that shows maybe, countries near the equators are actually poor, economically speaking, right? But it is quite significant in terms of how the environment makes us feel, right? So you might be poor, but you feel happier. Isn't that what's more important? Reason number 5. To be honest, the last 2 states that I've chosen to live in are just preparation for even hotter places. Yes, I do prefer hot to cold, but my life scope dictates this, okay? Eventually I want to end up on an island or a peninsula near the equator for that constant summer feel. Now, it's hard to get that exact type of temperature in the continental United States, all right? I'm ignoring Florida here because that state has its own specific issues that has nothing to do with the average temperature, okay? But states like California or Sunbelt states provide quite a learning curve towards adjusting towards the eventual summer temperatures that I'd like to end up in. I mean, that's just me, okay? I like doing things in steps. Can't just go from full-on winters of Beijing or New York City and go straight to a Caribbean island, okay? Oh, no, sir. Gotta learn how to walk before you run, even with regards to temperature. I mean, is this a real statement? Beats me, but makes sense in my head. So in conclusion, look, we all have our preferences. My favorite season is the summer, so I'm gonna chase that perpetual summer. And yeah, and there's no place for snow there. How about you guys? Where do you want to live? Let me know in the comments below. And in the meantime, check out some more videos on those corners. Cheers.